This continent is stuffed aplenty with amazing destinations. Welcome to MojoTravels, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top tourist attractions in Europe in 2019. Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to MojoTravels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the places you need to visit if you're traveling through Europe this year, according to the World Travel Awards. Buckingham Palace, London. They might not always be home, but Buckingham Palace in central London remains one of the UK's official residences of the royal family. It's one of the few royal places in Britain that's still fully operational, but because of this, and because the Queen is indeed sometimes living there, the staterooms are only open to guests for 10 weeks of the year. These weeks span from the end of July to the end of September, and if you miss out on this small window, you'll have to wait for the next summer to roll around. Tickets won't break the bank, however. The cost of an adult ticket is around $30. Ribeira do Porto, Portugal. A lively tourist spot, Ribeira is an old riverside district in the Portuguese town of Porto. The city has been an important location for trade since the Middle Ages, and many of the buildings are centuries old. Because of this, Ribeira is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, with lots of smaller tourist attractions to be found within its boundaries. You can also go for a boat ride along the Douro, the river it resides next to see the square from a different perspective. Not to mention the water is so clean you can actually swim in it too, and don't be surprised to see locals doing so. Cliffs of Moher visitor experience, Ireland. Drawing in 1.5 million visitors every year, County Clare has found itself overwhelmed with the volume of people who want to see the iconic Cliffs of Moher. With plans to improve the site's infrastructure to make it safer for the crowds, the visitor experience is only set to get bigger and better over the years. But if you visit today, you can see famous natural formations like Hag's Head, a rocky promontory that looks like a woman's head from a certain angle, as well as numerous exhibits in the visitor center itself about the region and what makes it so unique. La Sagrada Familia, Spain. This grand cathedral is the crowning jewel of Barcelona and has been under construction for 137 years and counting. While construction still won't be complete until 2032 as current estimates suggest, Gaudi's masterpiece is still open to tourists and visitors who want to see inside this unique basilica. You'll definitely want to book in advance though, as waiting lines can set back your entry for up to 2 hours if you're paying at the door. It is, after all, the city's most visited attraction. The cheapest ticket is about $20, but if you want to pay a little extra, you can get numerous guided tour packages, and even a trip up the iconic towers themselves. The Acropolis, Athens. Towering high above Athens, overlooking the city, is the enduring Acropolis, which literally means it's the city's highest point. Within the Citadel area, there are various famous ruins, the most famous of all being the vast Parthenon, a temple dedicated to the goddess Athena, after whom the city is named. For most people, entrance to the Acropolis is about $25, with discounts available in winter, and luckily, in recent years, an elevator and stairlift were installed, making the site accessible for those in wheelchairs. When you reach the top, along with the Parthenon, you can also see the Propylaea and the large theater of Dionysus. The Colosseum, Rome. One of the wonders of the modern world, the millennia-old Roman Colosseum is a testament to everything the Roman Empire accomplished and was capable of, for both good and ill. While it's been a ruin for centuries, it still stands tall in the heart of Italy's capital city, and is open for visitors from morning until just before dusk every day. Standard tickets only cost a few dollars, while a fast-track ticket won't break the bank either, for about 10 more. You can also pay for a guided tour so that you get as much of the history of this fabled structure as possible. Be aware, however, that the Colosseum can get incredibly busy, and holds around 3,000 visitors at once. The Eiffel Tower, France. The most famous landmark in France, and one of the most recognizable in the world, the Eiffel Tower is actually only 130 years old in 2019. Located on the bank of the Seine in central Paris, when it was originally constructed, many didn't take it seriously, despite it being the tallest human-created structure in the world. But today it stands as the most visited paid monument on the planet. Though if you're visiting, you'll want to be careful of how much you do end up paying. If you're willing to take the stairs, you can generally pay around a 10 spot. But don't be shocked if you're forced to pay upwards of $60 if you want access to the tippy top. Epic, the Irish Emigration Museum, Dublin. Voted Europe's leading destination, it's remarkable to think that Epic has only been open since 2016 and is already so revered. Over the centuries, around 10 million Irish-born people emigrated from the country, which is actually more people than have ever lived in Ireland at any one time. This museum aims to uncover the human stories of the emigrants who left, as well as their millions of descendants. It celebrates Irish nationality and identity, what it's meant to be Irish across many generations and going forward. If you're Irish, have Irish ancestors, or are just interested in one of the world's most culturally significant countries, this epic museum should be on your bucket list. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MojoTravels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.